This is just in. Priceless Swedish crown jewels have been stolen. The police hunt the thieves that were fleeing on a motorboat. They made off with the priceless crown jewels of Sweden, jewel-studded regalia from the cathedral before they fled away on a motorboat. The police are now chasing the thieves on a motorboat after the priceless items were stolen. The two royal crowns, one belonging to Karl IX and the other to Christina, were stolen. Two men were seen jumping into a motorboat outside the Strängnäs Cathedral. This is on Mail Online by Isabella Fish for the Daily Mail and Ian Burns for Mail Online. This is unbelievable. How did they do this? For the life of me, are they not properly locked up? Don't they have security systems that are stringent enough to secure these priceless crown jewels? They have the crowns and they have the scepters and the orbs. The crown jewels belonging to the Swedish family, the royal family, stolen yesterday by the thieves who sped away on a speedboat. I mean, obviously they had this very well planned. The police were seen chasing these two thieves, the suspects, on a motorboat after these items were taken from the Strängnäs Cathedral, which is in southeastern Sweden. There are two crowns. As you can see from the picture, they have an amazing amount of precious gems and what looks like pearls, diamonds, gold. They belong to King Karl IX and the other to Queen Christina, as well as scepters and orbs. Karl IX was the King of Sweden from 1604 until his death in 1611. The two crowns are the burial crowns from 1611, but were later exhumed and they were put on display. Christopher Lundgren, who is the dean of the cathedral, said, "This is part of the national culture heritage. This is a theft from Swedish society." The cathedral was to be visited by the public when the jewels were stolen from locked up glass boxes. Thomas Agnevik, who is the police spokesman, said last night that there had been no arrests. He said, "It's a 1-0 to them right now." And he said, I have talked to someone in the county administrative board saying it's not possible to put an economic value on these stolen crown jewels. These are invaluable objects of historical Swedish national interests. In other words, they're the history and hereditary items of the nation of Sweden. How can you put a price on them? He said, we're looking for a small and opened motorboat. So they still haven't found them. We have some different information about how exactly the boat looked. We are now examining all the tips we received. And he said, by boat you can reach Mälaren, Köping or Arboga in the west, or Västerås, Eskilstuna or Stockholm if you go east. Sweden, from the map you can see, is, I wasn't aware of the fact that Scandinavia is so huge. Sweden is like almost the size of France and Spain and Portugal put together, if not even more than that. And good luck to you. I mean, it's full of rivers and lakes and the North Sea. And obviously there's a lot of places where they could hide such a small little speedboat. He says, we direct our search to all these directions. Good luck to them. Eyewitness Tom Roswell, who is to be married at that cathedral in a few days this weekend, described what went on. He said, one of my friends saw two people running. I saw the boat just there, a little white boat with a motor on the back. What can you say? I can't believe this. He says the two men hurriedly jumped on board. We contacted the police, told them that they told us they had taken something from the cathedral. I can't believe it. They even spoke to these thieves. They said the two men hurriedly jumped on the boat on board. We contacted the police and told them, and they told us that they had taken something but the police told them they had taken something from the cathedral. I knew immediately they were burglars because of the way they were behaving. The girls said it was odd in this small, quiet town, but the fact that the boat was waiting was obvious to me that they were burglars. I'm sorry. I would venture to say that this seldom takes place in Sweden. If people had such priceless items there, and they were obviously not properly protected, they probably never thought that any thief would go in and take them. He says, I think it's awful. It's despicable that people would steal from a holy building and take something of historic and monetary value. I hope the police succeed in finding them. And he says nobody was hurt in this raid, but it's not the first time the Swedish royal jewels have been stolen. So if it's not the first time they were stolen, why didn't they have proper security? In 2012, a 19-year-old man admitted stealing about $120,000 worth of jewels from Princess Christina's apartment near the Royal Palace. He says he stole most of the jewels to two drug dealers who also reportedly threw a tiara off a bridge in Stockholm. What can I say? Very sad. I hope they do find them for the sake of posterity and Swedish history. And I'll leave a link below. There's some beautiful pictures here of the cathedral and historic artifacts in there as well, and the map of Sweden. And I hope you enjoyed the pictures. This is on Daily Mail.